welcome in. It's the Coach Lambert Show. Coach, we just finished up a very busy February,
Yes.
action-packed. Then had a little break. I won't call it an off season, but a couple of weeks. Right?
Not quite an off season, but it's been nice to breathe and not have anything to do in the afternoon besides open gym.
I think that goes for you, your coaching staff, the athletes, and the parents.
Yes. I'm very happy for us all to have had a break.
So right now, you've got open gym, and that ends this week, right?
Yes. Tuesday and Thursday are our last ones. It will be sessions 6 and 7, which is crazy. It's awesome that we get this much time with them before evaluations actually start. So we're excited for the last 2.
You have 8 seniors that graduated from this class. So that's a lot to make up. Next year, well, you have 5 rising seniors. So it seems to me like your team is going to be young but experienced because you brought up freshmen and sophomores this year for the first time.
Yes, it's going to be definitely a different experience having, like you just said, young but experienced. And I think that's the beauty of having a younger team is us returning to nationals this year. We're going to have so many people who have done it before, who have seen the arena. And the cool thing about this is the first time I think this has ever happened, unintentionally. This year at nationals, every single person we took competed. And usually you have an extra down there just in case that something happens. But with the flu that hit us, every single person we took down there competed. And we actually threw in a true freshman. She hadn't competed with varsity all year. She did one performance with us for game day. She actually ended up going in for a chalker.
Yeah, she
went in for a different person in game day. We taught her the part 24 hours before she had to do it on the national stage, and she killed it. So in the most literal sense, we are returning so many people with nationals experience, which is super great.
We won't go into it now, but next year you're going to have JV go to nationals, right?
Yes.
So that's going to be good. That's another stepping stone to building your program how you want it. Eval packets, they're due
Thursday.
Okay, so in 3 days.
Yes.
And years past, tryouts were after spring break. This year it's before. Is that just how the calendar shakes out, or was it a?
Yeah. When I was looking at the calendar, I noticed I don't know if there's an extra week. I don't think there is, but it seemed that we could get the same amount of open gyms done. Last year we did 7 open gyms. This year we did 7 open gyms, or we will by the end of the week. And then this year there was just another week sitting in between us and spring break. And it just seemed easier to just go ahead and filter it right in. And then we can come back from spring break and jump right into things, which is exciting too, because we're looking at a spring like we've never looked at before, with not preparing for UCA camp and not having to put together these routines that we only do at camp and don't do again. So we've now got a wide open spring to strength and condition. We're excited to get into that program of running and then eventually weight training in May, establishing stunt groups, establishing foundations before we have to jump into anything elite for camp, because we don't have to this year. So I'm excited about doing it before spring break. I remember back when I was in high school, it was always right before spring break. And then at some point we shifted to right after. So everyone can get the cheer tryout stress over and done with, go enjoy your beach vacation, and we can come back and be well rested and ready to start.
And I noticed on the schedule, the Thursday, the 20th, I believe, that will not be a tryout day.
Correct.
And then the announcement for the team will be on Friday, the 21st.
Yes. On Thursday, it is, I believe, the Finley banquet, the district-wide Finley banquet, and that is a no athletics day per the district, no games, no practices, no tryouts. So we're calling off that day. We'll use that day as coaches to get kind of everything situated before that final day. That way we can really maximize our time on Friday, see what we need to see, do what we need to do, and then announce teams later that night.
So I'll throw you a curveball. I didn't give you a heads up on this, but I'm thinking that you'll probably won't know until after evaluations, but are you staying with varsity and JV, or is it going to depend on how many girls try out, how many athletes make it?
We are going to stay varsity and JV. A big reason for that is just personnel. It's a lot easier for, it's just me and Coach Perry that are full-time with this program. So at this moment, we don't have another coach to coach another team, but we liked it that way. We really did. And especially this year with JV going to nationals, I think the bigger we make that team and the bigger we make that a support system, that's a bunch of girls who have never gone to nationals before who are going to be doing it together for the first time. I think the bigger we keep that team, the more options we have competing wise and stunt group wise. So we're going to keep our program at 2 teams and function the same exact way as we did last year with splitting them up for games. And we'll actually get the benefit of splitting varsity up for some games during basketball season this year too.
Okay.
Which is exciting. Takes a little bit off of their plates.
And I noticed I had some conversations last year or this year, but this past basketball season about JV was cheering at some varsity games. Our JV is on par or above a lot of cheer programs. So you're not losing anything.
Absolutely.
If you have certain girls going to focus on stunting or preparing for nationals. The football spring game, I don't know the date.
May 9th.
May 9th, okay. And do I need to call Mr. Ellis about getting the band out there?
I want to get the band out there, but I know it's tough for them because while our tryout season is March, they have a whole, very middle school band that I'm not quite sure when they do their tryouts, but I don't think it's in time for the spring game. So, the whole marching band couldn't be there even if they tried. I would love for the band to be there though. Yeah, it brings the atmosphere. It makes it a whole lot more fun for us.
It really does. And summer camp, you mentioned in the past, the team has gone to Tuscaloosa and Auburn. Both great experiences. They learn to compete, and they're in front of a crowd. But this year, there's not going to be a summer camp in early June, but VIROC is going to serve as the camp, and that's going to be in late July.
Yes, so we're switching over doing a VIROC camp. We've already done VIROC choreography for the last going on 5 years now. Josh McCurdy, who comes in and does our traditional routine, that he is the brand director of VIROC. What they now offer is a camp. We already knew that I wanted to bring JV under the VIROC wing this year. And I even got Barry to come underneath the wing too, which is really awesome. Kind of put us all on the same wavelength with competition. But what they do is offer a camp to where we can get all of our skills instruction as well as our choreography for the year done in one swoop, which is very time effective for us, getting it all done before school starts. Josh will do varsity's traditional routine, JV's game day routine, and Barry's traditional routine. It's hard to keep straight in my head. And I will do varsity's game day and Barry's game day. So I'm going to kind of be halfway working this camp as well, because I'll be doing varsity's choreography and Barry's choreography. It'll kind of be a tag team effort of getting all the routines done. And the coaches, we will also do JV's traditional routine. I forgot about that one. I had something else to say. Oh yeah, our stunt instruction, I'm excited. It is a Team USA stunt group that he is bringing from Morehead State to do
Kentucky?
Yes. And they're phenomenal. He's bringing them to do our stunt instruction for the camp. So all of our athletes from Barry 7th grade all the way to Spain Park Varsity will be getting world-class instruction from one of the best stunt groups in the nation. So it's really exciting. Can't wait. It's going to be a different experience. We're currently figuring out logistics. We still want to make it camp-like, try to have them all stay together. We're seeing what the logistics of maybe like a hotel or having them, we're going to have events every night, take them to bowling, or we're going to do something with Barry one night, just try to really make
Team
it a
bonding,
camp experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the hours won't be like they were at UCA camp where we were 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. It'll be a little bit more manageable to where we can do things after and really try to make it a well-rounded camp experience.
So once the team has been set, they'll practice through again like May 22nd around about. That's going to be, I believe, the last day of school.
Yes.
And then they'll have off. Of course, they'll have responsibilities for those parents and athletes that are new. You still have to send in, you still have to do your stunting, you still have to send in videos, right?
Yes.
So, and then after that, then practice will resume July 14th, and that's when two-a-days begin.
Yes. Woohoo.
Yep. And that prepares you for the VIROC camp you were talking about.
Yes, and we'll still do our normal, we do a camp with the now Spain Park Youth Sports Association cheerleaders. We do that camp for them. It's the week of July 21st, I think. We get our teams in, and they're also exciting news. 6th grade is competing a traditional routine this year at the state and regional level, which we're really excited about. So now we will be competing traditional from 6th grade all the way through varsity, where again, another step to building the program. But we'll help put their stunts together for that, and I'll do their choreography a little bit later down the line. We'll do that camp for them the week before our own camp during that 2-a-days time. And then additionally, we're going to kind of rework out summer expectations because of the new strength and conditioning program that we're starting. That will start in May while we're in school, but will continue through June and July. So everyone, they're offering us an incredible deal on it, by the way. I've never seen this caliber of instruction given to us at the, rate that they are. And that's just an amazing partnership we have with Blackwatch for them to do that. But they
savings and cheer costs don't go together.
Right. Yeah. A full wallet and cheerleading aren't friends. So we'll start it in May twice a week, and then it'll be twice a week in June as well. So like whenever they are in town, you probably want to go to it because it is something you're paying for and it's something that's going to make us better. And then in July, it'll continue. It's not the July 4th week, but it'll continue those weeks, and it'll feed right into 2-a-days. So we'll start doing the exercise and the strength and conditioning as a part of our 2-a-day practices. So maybe we'll practice in the morning and then we do the conditioning that afternoon, and then that's a day. So it's going to look a little different.
All right, look forward to it. Coach, is there anything else that we want to discuss before heading in? We've talked about the eval packets are due in 3 days. Then you have the evaluations or tryouts. Mm-hmm. You'll set the team. That'll be announced on March 21st, and practice begins on March 31st.
Yes.
Right, and then going to stick with varsity and JV. So we're going to have 2 squads. And then the last day of practice will be the last day of school.
Correct.
And then we talked about the summer program. Well, is there anything else we need to discuss?
I don't think so. We're excited for another really strong year. Parents, if you're watching, please tell your kids to take care of themselves, especially leading up to evaluations. We want to see everybody in their most healthy, most confident position as we go forward in selecting teams for another really, really great year.
Thanks, Coach, and go Jags.
Go Jags.
Excellent.
And now taking the floor from Birmingham, Alabama, ladies and gentlemen, Space Park High School.